Now, this one I call the big hat, Chris. So I don't know if you've heard of that phrase, all hat and no cattle. Comes from the Wild West, where you have people walking around with a giant cowboy hat and not many cows, right? So this idea that they're projecting, their power and their wealth, but they don't actually have anything behind it. And so the big hat investor is someone who is acting like they're looking to invest in your company, only they don't actually have the money to do so. Let's talk about why that might happen, because that sounds like bizarre behavior, right? So there might be a few different reasons.
Look, in the startup ecosystem, and especially in Silicon Valley, there are a lot of these archetypes or these roles that people play. There's the founder, there's the VC, there's the angel, there's the journalist, there's the, influencer, you name it, right? And they each have these signaling techniques that they can do. And they each have a different kind of place in the hierarchy and a different level of influence and what have you. And so it's really, really cool to be a VC. It's really cool to be an angel investor. It's really cool to walk into a room and say, I have capital to deploy. You instantly have a higher room rating, right? But that doesn't mean that you actually have capital to deploy. You could literally be just playing a game. You could be just saying that you have capital to deploy. Your fund could be closed. You still could be raising money from LPs. You could be not interested in that category, or that your thesis is not even about the thing that the event you're attending. All sorts of reasons why you are not actually deploying capital anywhere in the vicinity of this founder. But you're going to play that category, right? I'm a VC, I'm an angel, and you're going to get that room rating. When I say you, I mean the big hat persona here. And yeah, you're just not legit. And this happens a lot in all categories. There are people who run around the ecosystem in Silicon Valley who claim to be founders, but they're not founders. They have no startup. They have no co-founder. They have no momentum towards deploying or delivering anything. They have no traction. It's like a side project, and they're tinkering with, or not even. They just have an idea that they pretend that they're working on. This happens in every category. And it's a bizarre thing of innovation theater that occurs within the center, the ecosystem, the epicenter of innovation culture. You can bet that it happens in second and third tier markets where there are even fewer people with capital to deploy, and even fewer founders with real companies doing real things.